Up YouTube, it's me again, Barkan. Day number 9 of my self-defense in the Bible. This is a verse that I wanted to get at earlier, but I didn't because I didn't want to, and I don't think it would have been helpful to do it first. But I might get slapped for this one, I might not, I don't know, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, it's Matthew chapter 5. It's the Sermon on the Mount, where Jesus is talking to everybody. I love this one because in my Bible it goes through what sections he was teaching on: anger, adultery, divorce, vows, and revenge, and love your enemies. That's the one that people always use, that teach about revenge one. That I'll just briefly go over it. In the old laws, like I did in a previous video, it said in Moses' old law, if somebody hit you in the eye or broke a tooth or knocked it out, then you would knock out that tooth or poke out the eye of the person that did it. But here it says, Jesus says, but I say, don't resist an evil person. If you're slapped on the right cheek, turn the other too. This is the one that everybody loves using. And I can see why. Because it'll contradict everything else that's in here. Or it'll contradict the self-defense or everything. Basically, everybody that uses this so far has either posted it towards military, probably against law enforcement, martial arts, or carrying weapons, carrying a gun, carrying a knife. I've watched videos where people have done that. One guy, I think, said, don't join the military because of this verse. They just take it from that one verse. Don't join the military because this is why. Well, I don't see it that way. So, what I think it really means, in my opinion, you guys, if you agree, disagree, it really doesn't matter. So, it's my opinion. But I think it means just you, not seeking revenge for yourself. Saying, if somebody bumps up against you, or you're walking, the other person bumps you and cusses at you, are you going to automatically turn into an animal and go whoop that guy just because he said something to you? That's just seeking revenge for what they've said. And I think that's actually what it really is talking about. So if you look at it this way, if I'm sitting around somewhere and somebody says, what are you looking at, dip, and then they follow up with a nice little term. And I look at them and I go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and that's what starts. Anyway, that's what starts a conflict, that's what starts an argument, that's what starts a fight. So if you actually look at what I think that's saying is, if somebody says something to you or bad to you, or what they perceive as something that they think is true about you, and you know it's not, then it would just be best to turn around and walk off. Like every martial art class, every good martial art class should teach you to walk away. I think that's what it's looking at. Not to beat them or kick them or get revenge for what they've said to you. It's turn and walk. Like the old saying goes, it takes a bigger man to walk away. Okay? And I think why they like using that is they'll turn it into, well, turn the other cheek means if you get hit on your left side, you're going to have to turn your right cheek and turn it the other way. Now we got 4 cheeks. We got 1, 2 cheek, and then, well, the other ones I'm sitting on. So we got 4 cheeks. Which one is he talking about? The face one or the butt one? I don't know. And I think it's mainly about the face. But he puts it in perspective from that point of view at that day and time. Now for this day and age, it's what is said. Now I will agree, most of the things that are said are, that's why we got laws in place, racist laws, gender laws, we got all these laws in place to where if something is said that is derogatory or towards that, then we got a bigger problem. But it's just saying that if somebody doesn't like you, say, I'm a tall guy. If somebody calls me Sasquatch or something like that, and my next option is to hit them, then what's that mean? What am I doing? I'm getting revenge just because they said something. So I don't think it goes into self-defense. Now, if they did it to me, I'm big enough to turn and walk. Okay? If they hit me, then that's something different. I don't want the next person to hit me, and I'm pretty sure nobody else wants to get hit. But it's saying also, if you're looking at a self-protection or a self-defense view, if you're seeing somebody down like a block or so down the street looking shady, and all you gotta do is move to the next side, that's kind of getting away from a danger. I don't know how that plays into it. I don't know that. That was a ramble. But anyway, that's why I think Matthew chapter 5 really is talking about when it's on the Sermon on the Mount. It is not to seek revenge for yourself, because you'll be selfish if you do that. Now, if it's you and your family, I think that's a different story. If it's you and your family. If I'm out with my wife or my nieces or something and somebody comes up and decides to hurt them, I'm not worried about myself. I'm more worried about them. So, how's that going to turn the other cheek? Because if I turn one side and they hit me, I turn the other side, I've just given them the option to go after my family. Now, if they want something, hey, okay. But if they want a life, no, we ain't going to play that game of taking a life. No. So I think that's what it's really talking about. Are we going to seek revenge for ourselves and just say, he called me this 2 months ago and I just got tired of it and now I'm going to go after him? No. If he called you something and you just decide to walk off, then okay. But if you sought revenge just because somebody doesn't like you, just because what they said, then that's just stupid. I mean, everybody said a lot about Jesus to Jesus, but he never retaliated. He always walked off, or he just quoted something where they just had to shut up. So that's why I think that's actually saying, not saying that we're not allowed to defend ourselves or allowed to defend our family. That's just saying we are not allowed to take revenge. So if somebody comes up and just starts hitting the hell out of you, sorry, oh no, he said hell, ah! But if somebody just comes up and starts waylaying on you, I mean, there are stories where people just, old martial arts story, where a guy gets hit so many times and he's counting the blows. That's real courage and everything. But this day and age, I don't know who's going to try to kill me and who's not. So I think in that retrospect, if somebody's actually coming after you to kill you, then you're not getting revenge. You're stopping them. Now the revenge would be the moment you get them off you and they're down on the ground and you don't run, that's seeking revenge. You've just now started being the aggressor instead of getting them off you and running. So if anybody ever tells you, oh, Christians are not allowed to defend themselves, tell them just to look in the Bible to see if what they say is actually true. Because so far what I found out is Christians are able to protect themselves from the Old Testament to the New. I mean, God doesn't see anything wrong with martial arts or weapons or anything. Because everything that's in the world now, God allowed to be created. Whether it's rocks, knives, guns, everything. I mean, he's given us the technology to do it. So, but people also use what is good for evil. So, that's my thing is, I think it's actually saying that. don't seek revenge for what people have said to you or done to you in the past. Move on. Walk off. Be a bigger man or a woman or a kid and walk off. The moment it gets to where it turns into battery, that's a different story. Just, if you're a kid watching this, talk to your parents. See what their rules are for it. If you're an adult, it's at your discretion. So, but it's in Matthew chapter 5. Let me get the actual verses here. It's Matthew 5, verses 38 through 39. So Matthew 5, 38 to 39. Read it, make your own decision for yourself. See if it goes with mine. If not, okay, you can make your own opinions. But that's what I really think it's saying when it says turn the other cheek. Okay? So don't seek revenge for what's been done in the past. If you have to defend yourself, and this is have to, then do so to make sure your family is safe. I want to make sure I go home to my family. Because in the long run, what's going to happen with them, I don't know. But if I'm with my family, they're the ones I'm more worried about than me. Like the old saying goes, well, they can say or do whatever they want to me, but the moment they get to my family, it's all bets are off. So that's my little spiel on that one. So for everybody that's watched the videos, thank you for watching them. I think I got one more to do on this, and it'll be probably around Memorial Day when I post it, because what I want to do for that one, it will go into why we celebrate Memorial Day. So again, thank you guys for watching these videos, and I'll see y'all in the next one.